Okay, mindset. Ready? First one. Let's go. See how fast we can do this so that we can get it all done for you. So you have to believe in yourself as the professional, the dance professional you are, as well as the CEO. Now, I chose the word CEO. I know that some studio owners are going, not really gelling with CEO. You can use whatever word you want. It can be, manager, director. I use CEO because I thought it was massive and really big. And I thought, well, I need to aim high. And for me, CEO was kind of that out there word. So whatever word works for you, use that. I'm going to use CEO because that makes it feel massive to me. And that's where I wanted to achieve. Okie dokie. So believing in yourself as the business owner and the CEO. So you may have come to owning a studio in a different way to other businesses. I work in I'm always working with business owners from all different businesses, not just dance studios. They could be, very broad range. Most of those business owners will say that they have a business because they wanted to own a business. So they wanted to own a business. They found they found a niche, something they were good at, whatever, and they opened their business. I feel like a majority of us have come the other way. We were passionate about dancing. We happened to be great dance teachers. And all of a sudden, we're running a dance studio or a performing arts school or whatever you would like to call it. But it's not probably where we started. We didn't start thinking that way. We started thinking about the passion of our art. So we have a different mindset to a lot of other businesses. And so we're already on the back foot when it comes to pushing the business side of things forward because we didn't start there. So this is why we need to now catch up. It's a catch up, yeah? But no matter what, the buck stops with you. It's your studio, it's your business, you own it. So you have to do the heavy lifting, especially at the start, to set it up, to get it right, and then you can delegate away. But you need to make sure that you have those business goals and plans in place. The only way that's going to happen is stepping out of that comfort zone. So let's face it, it's easy to stay where you are. You're in your comfort zone. We all know that we're great teachers, otherwise we wouldn't be here. So we can just stay there and just deal with but you can't grow there. That's not getting out of your comfort zone. Being uncomfortable is the only way you're going to grow. So you have to step out of your comfort zone to level up. There's me using a techie term there from my kids' games. We need to level up. If you want to improve, you want to get more time, you want to have more money, more students, you want to get out of the business and go and take holidays. You've got to get out of your comfort zone, set those systems and processes in place to do that. Okay, so remember, you have to feel uncomfortable. All right, so take some time as a CEO. You've all heard this. You've all heard you need to work on your business, not in your business. Probably all know what it means. Okay, so we can't be always teaching the classes and expect them to be growing. Okay, so take some time for your CEO time. So making sure when you're working on the business, not in the business, that you are actually taking that time to show that the business can improve rather than just working on the class you're in. There's no mistakes. You're going to make mistakes with or without a coach. Everybody makes mistakes. So remember, there's actually no mistakes. They're just lessons. So there's either wins or there's lessons. So take that with you. All righty? Okay. So I just need my clicker to move over to this screen so we can click on this one. Okie dokie. So the more you earn, the more you learn is a common saying, and it's totally true because obviously the more you learn, you can add things to your studio to make them improved. You can grow. So everybody knows that that's true. We just need to learn. You don't know what you don't know. So put it out there. Make sure you're always looking for new things to learn and you'll be able to improve quickly. I say, okay, so getting rid of our old mind blocks. I'm going to give you guys permission to, one, make money and not feel guilty about it. You're an expert in your field. Some of you started training at maybe 3 years old, something like that. There's not many other jobs where people have actually had the experience in the industry that we've had moving into working and running the business. So I give you permission to earn lots of money and not feel guilty about it. Don't stress about parental or student judgment. They make money in their job. It doesn't matter. I've heard that saying before. Oh, yes, but, I paid for your car. Well, come on. it's a job. You get paid for what you do. Make sure you are taking your wage every week and getting paid well for what you do. Put your family first, because you know what? Other people in the studio are putting their family first. So remember to put your family first. It's easy to get caught up in the I need to be there all the time because the concert's coming up and not seeing your kids for dinner. But you know what? Other people will just as easily leave you when it suits them. So don't get caught up in the emotion of putting other people's families first. And you know what? Have a time when you turn your brain off. You know, it might be I walk in the door and put my keys down. That's turning my brain off. Off working at the studio and turning my brain onto family time. It might be a different trigger for you, but whatever that trigger is, give yourself that time to be present with your family and not stress about studio life, because it can get out of hand. Do you have a plan? 100% need a plan, okay? So we all need a plan for everything in life. Do you have a studio plan? What's your why or your purpose? If you know your why, you'll find your way. It's quite a common saying. So what is your why? What's your purpose? What is it that you want your business to achieve? You need to find this out. This is going to help you with everything moving forward. You need to know what your business is for, why you have your business, what you want it to achieve. Definitely start thinking about that. So first thing you need to do, come up with a vision or a BHAG, which is a big, hairy, audacious goal. These will be where you see your studio. I'll go over these a little bit later. But where you see a studio in 2 to 5 years, something you can envision. The mission is, you know, how are you going to do that? And obviously your studio values, which 5 to 7 of those would be great. And that's the way you're going to do it. So something I want to talk about before we finish this section is imposter syndrome. I find it really, really important that I talk about this. Dancers, we tend to, when we're growing up, compare ourselves, be really competitive with ourselves and other people at times. We're always looking in the mirror and judging. We're always, you know, judging how high our leg is. Is it good enough? Should it be higher? We're doing, you know, exams or competitions. There's so many ways we judge ourselves that we're always on top of that. So sometimes when it comes to imposter syndrome, which everybody in the world suffers from, but when it comes to imposter syndrome, sometimes we can suffer more because who am I? Am I good enough? It's a question we ask ourselves all the time. So am I good enough? I won't give my opinion. I won't go and do that change to my studio because nobody else has done it. And oh, maybe I'm wrong. You know what? Do it. You guys have got where you've gotten to. Just do it. Okay. Don't worry about imposter syndrome. It affects everyone. As I said before, get out of your comfort zone and move through it. Yeah, because it's going to happen. There's no option. It's going to happen. You know, and it's proved that everybody in the world does suffer at some point, some worse than others, but it's something you really need to think about and push through. So the action plan for movement mindset is to take some CEO time just for you, away from the studio and away from the day-to-day activities of the studio and the invoicing and the accounts and the costumes, and start thinking about the overall picture and how you're going to make improvements. You're going to get those improvements from your why. Why do you want to do these things? Your vision, where are you going with that? Your mission, how and which way do you want to go there? So maybe I would suggest get out your 90-day plan, and 90-day plans are great. That's every quarter you're writing your plan. Give yourself 5 tasks, right? 5 tasks that you're going to work on that relates to your why, your vision, your mission, and your values. 5 tasks each quarter. That's it. Don't go overboard. You know, 3 might be okay. You might not even make it through those, but don't go overboard. 5 things is max. All righty. Okay. So that is the end of movement mindset. How are you all feeling? I'm a bit stressed with that break in there. Kind of lost momentum for a bit, but hopefully we'll be all good now. Just technology, I tell you. So is everyone feeling good? Yes. Hope so. If you're not, is anyone typing? Everyone's good. All righty. We've got a couple of people I think we've got 5 staff checking on what you're saying. So feel free to type as much as you want and keep them busy. Okay. So if you want to save 5 to 10 years, get on to implementing all these things. We certainly can help you with a program we can talk about later on, but otherwise you can do this as well. All righty.